Good afternoon. My name is Pastor Katie, and I am here with Travis Wilhite, who is our champion for the Atlanta Hunger Walk. Travis and I are coming to you today with an update about the Atlanta Hunger Walk, and we bring good news. Last night at the Shrove Tuesday pancake supper, we raised over $560 towards the Hunger Walk. When we add that to the total that we already have, that gets us to over $9,000 that has been raised thus far this year for the Hunger Walk. Now, the proceeds from the Hunger Walk go to support the Atlanta Community Food Bank, and Travis is going to tell us a little bit more about that in just a few moments. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how you can support this important ministry. First of all, the Hunger Walk is actually this coming Sunday, March 6th. And you have a few choices. First of all, you can register through the link in this email. You can register to be a part of Trinity's team for the Hunger Walk. You can register to walk virtually, which means that you will walk on your own, or you can register to walk in person down in Atlanta at the Hunger Walk. If you would like to go in person, you want to contact Travis, and he can help figure out how we're going to get down there as a group. If you'd like to walk virtually, you have a few options. John Parson will be meeting with the youth group, and they will be walking out back behind Trinity from 6:45 until 7:15 on Sunday evening. You are welcome to join the youth and walk with them for 30 minutes. Or you can just choose to walk on your own if you would like. Just register online as a part of Trinity's team, and then you can walk wherever you'd like. So you can go downtown and walk with Travis, you can walk at Trinity, or you can choose to walk on your own. Either way, the actual date for the Hunger Walk is this Sunday. And just remember to register online through the link in this email. Now, there are also a few other ways that you can support the Hunger Walk. Last year, during the season of Lent, we all got walking as a congregation so that we could try to support the Atlanta Community Food Bank through the Hunger Walk. Throughout the season of Lent, we encouraged people to walk an average of a mile a day, which is 40 miles in total. As a congregation, we walked 779 miles, and we encouraged people to pledge a certain financial amount for each dollar. So some people walked and they pledged 25 cents per mile. Some people walked and they pledged $1 per mile. So at the end of Lent, that was $40. And then when they walked the miles, they wrote a check in the amount that they pledged to Trinity for the miles that they walked. They wrote a check to Trinity and put Hunger Walk in the memo line. So that is a way that we can get walking, get moving as a congregation in this fight against hunger. Consider that, will you? Consider walking and pledging an amount per mile during this season of Lent so that we can try to do our part in this fight against hunger. Last Lent, we walked 779 miles. I think we can do more. What do you think, Travis?
I think so.
Travis, how many miles do you think we should try to walk as a congregation, the whole congregation? How many miles?
I think at least 1,000 miles.
Travis, I think, has just challenged us as a congregation to walk at least 1,000 miles. I think we can do it. I think we can walk at least 1,001. Let's break 1,000. Okay, so let's all do our part as we are able. And if we're not able to get out there and walk on our own, we can sponsor somebody else as they go and walk. So consider that. Think about it. Now, I have a few questions for Travis. Travis is going to tell us a little bit about his passion for the Hunger Walk. Travis, tell us about your passion for the Hunger Walk. Why is this important to you?
You know, I started participating in the Hunger Walk about 15 years ago, and I didn't know too much about the Atlanta Hunger Walk or the food bank. I just decided to walk. I knew there was a real problem with hunger, and when they talked about like 1 in 5 children didn't get enough food to eat, I heard that, but I didn't really think. I thought they were probably talking about kids that were in more impoverished areas. And then as I got more involved and started coordinating the Hunger Walk several years later, I realized that they were actually talking about children right here in Georgia, right here in Gwinnett County, right, even in our own community. And as a father and now a grandfather times 15, it just breaks my heart to think about children going without enough food, kids going home from school on Friday concerned that they won't get enough food during the weekend until they get back to school on Monday. Kids that are hoarding food because they're not sure when they're going to get their next food, or kids that are just going to bed hungry. It really bothers me that this is still happening, in our neighborhood, and it seems like we should be able to get food to all the kids that need it. I hate to think about people not having enough food on their table.
I agree. And so you have led many spirited campaigns in that effort. And can you tell us a little bit more about the Atlanta Community Food Bank? Because that is where these resources are going. That is where these financial resources are going to support their ministry.
Yeah, the food bank's an amazing organization. They distribute, I know it seems incredible, but they distribute over 6 million pounds of food every month to like over 700 organizations. They get it to the people that need it. And the thing that really impressed me about the food bank is 95 cents out of every dollar that you donate to the food bank goes directly toward providing food for the community.
Wow.
Most of what the people that work there are mostly volunteers. They get a lot of church groups and different community groups to work at the food bank. So, the money that you give really goes toward food. Trinity, when people say, you tell people you go to Trinity, and some people say, oh, I know that's that church over on Killian Hill with those fancy windows, or that's that church over on Killian Hill where they do that Oktoberfest every year. And I want people to know that, that's that church where we really serve other people. We are leaders, in the fight against hunger, because we, for 11 of the last 12 years, we've raised more money than any Lutheran church toward the Hunger Walk, and I'm proud of that, and proud for our church to be a leader in that sense.
Christ does call us to serve others, and this is a way that we can do that. So let us do our best to try to support the Atlanta Hunger Walk. Let us do what we can, even if it's walking a mile per day during Lent and pledging a certain amount per mile. If it's participating in the Hunger Walk this weekend, if it's supporting someone else who's participating in the Hunger Walk, let's do what we can as a congregation, because together we can have an incredible impact when it comes to this fight against hunger. Travis, are there any final words you want to offer us?
I just think we need to end hunger now.
Okay. God's peace to you all. Take care.